The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills stars Kathy Hilton and her sister Kyle Richards are fighting on social media after the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion trailer dropped and people have feelings. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So late last night, we had an interaction between the sisters, Kathy Hilton and Kyle Richards, on social media about this reunion trailer. This all started over at Christian Grey Show's Instagram account, and now he's wondering,
why am I in it?
And you could have did it.
See how I get wrong
because you never apologized.
because anytime you comment, these ladies are all over it. No matter how people feel, no, these ladies are watching. They're watching what people are saying about them. And prepare yourselves. If you're new to the channel, we twerk on a fence, meaning that we can see both sides to a situation. And we have, if you've been watching our Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recaps throughout the season. And this Aspen trip has been built up. And now we have the reunion trailer. And if you missed my reaction to the reunion trailer, be sure to check out that video where I talk about all the things. But now people are reacting to having their own reaction to this reunion trailer on social media. So Christian posted on social media his reaction to this, saying this: "I'm so worried about why Kyle is so upset." If you watch the reunion trailer, Kyle is crying throughout it. At the very beginning, it's a timeline where it's the end of the reunion and Kyle's just like, "Can I just go? Can I just go? I can't do a toast. I just gotta go." And then she also says during this reunion that she has to be good with Kathy by the end of this. As we saw on the last episode, the finale for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills show, that Kyle's biggest thing is she doesn't want that long period of time where she's not communicating with her sister, where she's not communicating with her nieces and nephews. She's very concerned about the family being disconnected the way that they were before. And we all understood that. We were like, I get it. At some point, your family, your blood is bigger than some reality show, is bigger than money. Because we have to keep in mind too, it's not just a reality show. This is a show that she makes millions of dollars off of. If it's from her contract or is sponsored deals, she makes a lot of money off of this. And according to reports, so does Kathy. So Christian says this, and then Kathy Hilton responds. And I believe this is Kathy Hilton because the spelling of it all. Kathy responds to Christian Grey Snow and says, "Why is she upset and crying? ? I'm the one who was bullied and persecuted." I'm going to say how it was said. She means persecuted. For 10 months. Damn. When you think about it, it's been that long. Just cruel and disgusting. But it didn't end there. Kyle decided to chime in the comments as well. Kyle says, asks Kathy Hilton and says, "Why? You know exactly why." So wait, guys, there was a part of this story that I forgot to explain. And as I was editing it, I was like, wait, I have to insert this here. So in between the back and forth with Christian Grey Snow's reaction to the reunion trailer, and after Kathy says, "Why is she upset and crying? I'm the one who's bullied and persecuted for 10 months, just cruel and disgusting." Kyle responds and says, "Why? You know exactly why." Then she responds to Alex Baskin's comment and says, and tags Kathy and says, "I don't think you want me to explain why." Here's the thing. Kathy Hilton. Here I'm going to be twerking on a fence. Prepare yourself. Here's the thing though. Kathy Hilton has apologized on this show to the ladies. Apparently she apologizes at the reunion for some of the things that she said about the ladies after they didn't want to do the conga line. I don't believe that's the real reason. But whatever she said, there's got to be something that we're able to move forward with. That's one of the things that makes these housewives great. The franchise in itself is that housewives are able to have conflict and then move forward. But the thing with the Beverly Hills housewives that we've seen is that they will drag out a storyline for the love of Lucy Juicy Apple Coochie. The way that they drag these things out, and then they drag it out not just for a storyline, but turn it into this whole very toxic and dark, for the love of Crystal, situation is what's happening again here. And that's part of the reason why I don't feel sorry for Kyle's crocodile tears, because what you've created with these mean girls on the show is now affecting you and your real life and your family. And I don't think Kathy Hilton's completely innocent. She's admitted to guilt. She's apologized. But I also feel like at some point we have to be able to move on. And that's impossible for these ladies, especially people like Lisa Rinna and Erica Jane. Erica wants to distract from her own drama. Lisa Rinna wants a storyline because her contract is up. That's from the reunion. But Kathy Hilton feels like they've been so Kathy's new to the show. She doesn't realize this is what they do. But part of her does, because in the reunion trailer, Kathy says, you did this to my sister, and you did it to LVP. You ran LVP off the show, and all of you had feelings about that. It wasn't her, it was this one and that one. Kathy is also chiming in to other fans. Kathy's been very active on social media. I don't believe she has a social media manager. She might need one. So Kelly Lifeforce says on social media, but why does Rinna care if Kathy went off on a drunken tangent? So what? Why did she make it a mission to publicly try to destroy their sisterhood? Who the F cares? Erica's reasons for caring are that of a toddler. They did it first. Stomps feet. This show needs a therapist. I feel bad for Kyle and Kathy though. And I think a lot of people did. I think a lot of people felt for Kathy and Kyle because they're really sisters. Me personally, I enjoyed their light banter last season. And a lot of people fell in love with Kathy last season because of her quirkiness. The fact that it took only one season for us to get to a dark place on Beverly Hills, I'm not surprised, but it's very disappointing because reality TV is supposed to be an escape. Reality TV, yes, it's supposed to be real reality, but we know the Beverly Hills ladies, no. It immediately becomes this toxic thing that has real life effects for Kathy and Kyle's families. Well, in response to Kelly's comment, Kathy says this, storyline end of the season. I was set up the minute I came back and everyone has told me so. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Look, did Kathy really say some of the things that she's being accused of? Very possible. Do I feel like Rinna is dragging this out, that Erica's using this to distract from her own stuff? Yeah. And for the fans, and I've said this before, sometimes the fans can be a lot more toxic than the actual housewives. Fans, these two things can be true. Kathy Hilton said what she said, and it was terrible. But Lisa Rinna and Erica dragging this out can also be true. It's okay. Both can be true. You don't have to be team anyone. I need all of us to be team ourselves today. Today, be team ourselves. Uplift yourself. Say to yourself, I'm team me. F these housewives. They're not paying my bills. Just saying. I'm just saying, because I see the comments on social media. I'm just like, guys, it's okay. But here's the thing. Kathy, Kyle, the fact that you guys are fighting, grown women, fighting on social media about what's happening on this television show has real life effects for your children, your grandchildren. And if you really do want to save your family, Kyle's like, I have to be good with her. To me, that's not genuine. When you say that to someone on television or in real life, I have to make this good for my family and my kids. People are gonna be like, so you're not really trying to make this good for our relationship. You're just making this good so that we'll attend the wedding. You know what I mean? Sidebar, did you guys see the Selling Beverly Hills, Mauricio's, not spinoff, but his reality show? Look, I know everyone's very excited about this real estate reality TV thing. It's become very popular with all the other shows selling OC and Sunset. And I want to see property. Yes, it's nice for your little drama, but I want to see property. Anyways, I did watch the trailer. I was like, maybe. I'll give it a shot. Anyways, back to this. Guys, I want to know your reaction to this. Are you over the Kathy versus Kyle situation? Are you looking forward to the reunion? I think we already have an idea of what this reunion is going to be, because as I said to you before, according to reports, Kyle takes all the blame during this reunion. She takes all the blame in order to save her family. We already saw signs of that in the finale, and now we're seeing signs of that in the trailer. She's going to take all the blame. Kyle, if you're going to take all the blame and stay off of social media. Because now we're going to be looking at you and what you say during the reunion. So she was just saying this to say this. She didn't really mean it. And did you guys notice Kathy's body language during the reunion when Kyle was crying? She was just like this. She had no feelings for it. All right, let's have that conversation below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.